subscribe. Do it now. Press that button. Yes. Yes, you. I'm looking at you. Press that button. Actually, I did that work? Did you subscribe? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Anyway, I was actually really curious to learn how many people watch my channel and how many people watching my channel subscribe specifically for this series. So I would like to ask a quick question here. If you have subscribed or are planning on subscribing, wink, 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 then I like how I'm saying wink, wink without actually doing a winky face, but that's because I'm terrible at winking and I don't want to look stupid, okay? Okay. So I'm actually a bit interested in learning how many people subscribed specifically for this series and how many people are going to be sticking around when I'm going to be doing a different game at some point in the future with the same format. So please, like pop some comments into the comment section, which is where the comments belong, and let me know what reason you subscribe to my channel for, if you're subscribed, and if it is this particular series, or if you came from somewhere else. Because I can see, like, I can click every individual video and I can see where my subscribers came from, and that works. But I'm really curious to see where my active viewer base is coming from. Are you Guild Wars 2 players who watch one of my guides and then watch one of these videos and kind of stuck around? Or are you one of the people who came along for this series and this is where you jumped on board and you're just watching this content of mine? Or is this the first video you're ever watching of me and this is like the most weird ass intro you've ever heard? Because I normally never ask for subscribe, and now I'm starting off with the word subscribe. I think I've said the word subscribe about 24 times in this section, but I've heard that saying subscribe a lot makes people subscribe to your channel. So I'm really curious to see in my statistics whether this video is going to get more subscribers than others, in which case I will do this for every single video in the future. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Content upcoming. All right, I totally derailed there. But hey, hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to World of Warcraft. Hello everybody. We're level 39. We are working towards level 40. Obviously, we'd like to get level 40 so that we can get the mount done. I haven't yet looked up where the mount is gotten. I have heard that apparently the Warlock, I think, has his own mount, and you don't pay for it, or it's cheaper, or something like that. So I'm expecting we'll be able to pick up a quest somewhere, maybe at a trainer or something, where we get to do that as well. I don't know if it's like a super long quest chain to compensate for the fact that there isn't a gold sink accompanied to it, or maybe there is a gold sink. I have no idea. But yeah, the plan is get level 40 and then look into the mount stuff, because I'm very interested. And great, we get the buff, the Fervor for Temple Explorer. I was kind of waiting for that to pop up because that is such an amazing buff and I love it. Oh my god, so many of my auctions expired. I guess I should start maybe vendoring some of those because they just don't seem to be selling. I guess I'll just grab at least the successful auction stuff. But yeah, there's so many auctions that didn't work out. Hey, it is what it is. I'll keep it in there for now. I also quite like how different vendors sell different versions of the same food, because right here I have the fine aged cheddar, which I bought at some sort of cheese shop. And then over here, in the inn in Booty Bay, I find striped yellowtail, which is the exact same consumable in terms of the amount of restoration it gives me. Like it's completely identical, but it's a fish. So I like that because that kind of gives a very distinct vibe to the item you are purchasing. Oh my god, that mount looks really cool. Hello. That's a really cool pet, or a really cool mount. But yeah, I like that because that makes it doesn't do too much for gameplay purposes. But you look into your inventory and you see a fish, and hey, these are fishes that I bought at this specific place, and this really plays into those RPG elements that I feel like are kind of lost in a lot of the more modern games. And I have a similar experience. I'm gonna go on a very small tangent here, but I used to play Guild. Well, I mean, the series titles, Guild Wars 2 plays Guild Wars or plays WoW Classic, but I obviously played a lot of Guild Wars 2 in the past, and one of the things that I really, really liked around launch was you had these hard vendors. You still have them, but they're way less prominent, they're way less useful nowadays. But you had all these hard vendors all around the world, and a lot of these hard vendors would sell junk. You would absolutely not care about them. But a couple of them had some consumables. There was some, I think it was called scale venom or something, and you would go there, you would complete the heart, and you would go to this NPC and you would stock up on a specific consumable which was good for specific purposes in combat. And the fact that it was only accessible from one specific NPC, and you had to go there, stock up on the consumable. You could just, get a lot of them. Like, you wouldn't have to visit them every single day, but every so often you would refill your stock. And I like that, because it's like, hey, I have this specific consumable that I'm using for a specific purpose, and I'm getting it here. And I like it when you have materials or consumables or just stuff that is related to a specific area where you feel a level of connection. And I know it's a very long tangent to go on about food. Like, it's a very small thing, but the fact that the food here is different than the food I bought at the cheese shop, for me, it really adds to the immersion in the game, and that's something I'm trying to, make sure that I live through as much as I can. I want to try and make sure I'm as immersed as I possibly can be while recording, of course, which is always a bit, weirdly immersion breaking. And it might be that the striped yellowtail is sold at every single fish shop, and it's not just here. But at least it's like, hey, I bought this at a fish shop as opposed to a cheese shop, which is different. And I wouldn't be surprised if I can buy like a meal, like a meat meal or something in some other tavern, like in the Dwarven Tavern or something. And I like that. It's great. So one quest that I would really like to go and do is Venture Company Mining, because Venture Company Mining gives me the Goblin Igniter, which is just a much better wand than the wand I have right now. For that, I will need to find some goblins near the Crystal Vein Mine to the north. Now, I don't know exactly where that is. There is a mine up there, but that's very, very far north. Something tells me maybe there's a mining area in this particular area, because it's often connected to the mountainous areas. So I would guess it's somewhere around there. So I'm going to go explore for that. I want to complete that quest. That quest probably, maybe I can combine it with like the skull split or tusks or something. I just want to knock out like 2, 3, 4 quests or something, and that will probably bring me pretty close to hitting level 40 today. Also, I realize I talked about the different food, but I didn't actually pick up food. Then again, I do think just having 11 food remaining here should be fine. At least I picked up some more moonberry juice. I often run out of mana much more than I run out of HP, just because of the regeneration I get from Haunt. And my HP bar in general just is much smaller than my mana bar. So, in terms of actual numbers, that works out quite well. I have to say, ever since I started playing again this weekend, as I mentioned before, I had a couple of weeks where I didn't really play much due to, personal circumstances. And I, I kind of felt like I had to get myself back in the groove a little bit, if you get what I mean. But now that I'm back in the groove, I'm really enjoying it. It's like the third day in a row where I'm just going, and I'm feeling really, really enthusiastic right now. And I'm hoping, because I think I still have about a month, most likely, left of the phase 3 stuff. I'm hoping I can push, maybe not all the way to 50, but at least I can push a bit into phase 3 content, where previously I was always like one complete phase behind. I'd like to be sort of decently caught up this time, and I think I can manage to do that. So yeah, we'll see if we can push a bit further into the 40s. Obviously, the experience is going to drop off massively, just because I think the Discover as the Light is going to be either inactive or much worse. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but it's only 10 levels at that point, so we can see how much further we can push it without spending my entire life playing WoW, of course, which is always the tricky part. All right, we made it into the Crystal Veil Mine, but I'm thinking it's not the correct place, because it says I need to be near the Crystal Veil Mine. And these mobs level 44. Like, I don't think I can even... No, I can't deal with these mobs. I need to sprint out. This is the place that is talking about, but... oh my god. Yeah, like, just the level difference here is just ridiculous. I can't fight these guys. So, the problem here is that the quest is telling me that I need to be... It says the venture company is mining near the Crystal Vein Mine to the north. This is Crystal Vein Mine. But I guess it's not like actually here. It's like a mining camp like close to here or something. So it's probably up in this particular area. But yeah, I guess at least I know where the Crystal Vein Mine is. And it said beware, keep out. And yeah, there's definitely a good reason for that. I will just respawn here, because I don't think I can actually even make it out there. I'll just go repair and I'll be back. Oh my god, I just died, and well, this is a little bit of a walk. My corpse is all the way here. That's halfway across the map. Now, fortunately, your movement speed is a bit faster. And of course, you don't have to worry about mobs. But yeah, these mobs, I got swarmed by 3 of them, which was not optimal. And unfortunately, I could not handle that. Oh, people are looking for, well, more people for the Colonel Kurzen quest, which I kind of want to go and do. So yeah, I joined the party while I'm dead. Like, I'm literally waiting to find my corpse. Alright. This is great. And I guess maybe I can also do the hidden key thing, because I think that is also... Yeah, the box is somewhere within the stockpile, the cavern complex at the back of Cousin's compound. I just hope I can make it to those guys, you know, with some level of ease. Oh, this guy is also still traveling, so that's fine. Like, the alternative would have been to respawn over there, which would have been fine. But then I would have 15 minutes or 10 minutes? 10 minutes, 15 minutes of summoning sickness or whatever it's called, like the respawn thing, which also would have made it difficult. So I guess at least this way, I don't have that. And I guess the walk is a bit shorter, I think. I quite like the Night Elf mount over there, like the Panther thing. It looks nice and smooth, I guess. Oh no, dying has also made me lose my um the what is it called? The map buff, like the 2 hour long map buff that you get in Booty Bay. Oh no, I lost that. That feels bad because that's actually the worst part about this, because that buff was really powerful and really helped me out questing. Hey, look, I'm floating. All right, there we go. We have made it to the party. It's taken a few minutes of walking to get here, but we're here. Great. And now we can get some stuff going. We are absolutely melting through these mobs like so quickly. Look at this. Like, look at how quickly we melt these guys. I mean, they're not elite mobs, I suppose, so... Which is weird because they're called elite. But yeah, they're dying before I can even get my dots, really. I'm kind of wasting mana even putting the dots on them. Alright, there's the strong box that I need. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Get me on here. There we go. Opening the strong box. It's clear that this is where Herod keeps his more valuable coins and items. Complete quest. And we got another quest that I will read in just a moment. Fortunately, I can read it from here. What was it called? The Spy Revealed. Here we go. I will read it out as we go through this. Make sure we don't fall behind too much. So take the money note to Lieutenant Doran at the rebel camp. Among the valuables of the strongbox is a muddy, scribbled note. Although barely legible, it looks to be an itinerary for Private Thorson. It details his patrol routes, who he speaks with, and how he spends his time with the rebels. Hard to keep walking as I'm, reading. It's signed with only one letter, M. But whoever wrote this note must have stayed very close to Thorson. Whoever wrote this note is the traitor within the rebel camp. Alright, well, good to know. Alright, we're slaying the... Oh yeah, of course, we can't, like... We don't have a proper minimap for, like, these dungeon areas, which I would like to have. It would be great if there was, like, a separate minimap I could open up for this. But then again, I guess this keeps the exploration more interesting in a way. So maybe I don't want that. Alright, so we've slayed all the mobs we need, except for the final one, which is going to be Kurzen. It's probably going to be, like, at the back over here. Yeah, I definitely think I would have struggled a decent amount doing this solo, just because there's quite a lot of mobs in here. Oh, he's dead. Do we have a res? Yeah, we have a priest, right? So that should be a res, I'd reckon. Amethyst Band of Fire Resistance. Guess I'll greet it. Oh, we got it. Cool. Don't know if I need it, but it sounds cool. Res, question mark, question mark. I mean, there was a res coming through. Just chill for a little bit. Just chill, you know. We have all the time in the world. Or at least I do. Alright, I will bring out the Void Walker. They want me to tank it. Which is fine. I can bring the Void Walker out. Togork, let's go. I haven't upgraded his taunt in a while, though. So I don't know how effective it's going to be. But we can see. Have I upgraded his taunt? I can't remember. Need some mana, though. There we go. Oh, I've been poisoned by something. Poison shot. 38 damage every 5 seconds. Or every 10 seconds. Okay. Well, that's fine. So where is the boss? I guess he's in the far back over there. Alright, we seem to be good still. Send Togork in a second. Okay, 2 sub-chiefs again. I'll send them in there. Guess we gotta make sure that we're, stocked up properly on HP and mana. And then we go in and fight these guys. There are 3 mobs here. Tank, boss, nuke ads. Okay, I got you. We're kind of splitting focus, but it should be fine, I think. Okay, that one's dying. That one's dead already. Okay, very good. And now I guess we just...
I don't have a target.
Wait, where's the boss? Did he go invisible? Oh, I guess he has an invisibility ability or something. An invisibility ability. Yes, that's what I said. You heard me correctly.
That's still recharging.
I think we're fine now. You know, he's being tanked by either of them. I can't really tell for sure. But he's not particularly strong, so he should be going down very easily. There we go. Easy peasy. Kurzen's head. The quest is done. Is there anything else to loot over here that I would like to grab? Probably not. They're not getting any questy pop-ups either. And I guess now we just run back out. As a group, of course. You know, we gotta stick together. Don't know how many have respawned, but we should probably be a little bit careful. There it is again. It's daylight. It's over there. We've almost made it out of the cave again. I mean, this almost felt like a proper dungeon run or something. Like we had to go into the dungeon, then, we had to get out of the dungeon. We have completed the quest, and now we go back to our separate ways. Back into the lonesome exploration vibes as we head into the jungle. But now, let's go hand in these quests and hope for a big, big drop of experience. I am ready. Hello, Lieutenant Doran, I am back. Hello.
Well,
So first, let me tell you about the spy in the midst of your camp.
be careful.
Did you discover who knew Thorsen's secret? Is there a traitor among us? Can I read this muddy note, actually?
Light bless you.
I can. Oh, there's a couple pages. Okay, hold on, let's go in. Day 1, 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. Or sorry, 11 a.m. Upper camp. 11 a.m. to 11:30. Break. Lunch. 11:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Early afternoon. Canyon Pass. 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Upper camp. So he goes from the upper camp to a break to the Canyon Pass to the upper camp. Okay, that's his cycle. Day 2, same schedule as day 1. Day 3, same schedule. Day 4, same schedule with one exception. Just before sunset, Thorsen had me cover for him as he crept down the Canyon Pass. I assumed he went to meet with our agents. But he returned an hour later. This surprised me. I had hoped he met with our agents and would rejoin Kurzen. Something is wrong. Day 5. Thorsen was very agitated today. Whatever he saw or whomever he met during his excursion yesterday must have scared him. I assumed our agents spoke with him, but when I asked Thorsen where he went while I covered for him, he remained quiet. He believes I am his friend, and he believes he is protecting me from a dangerous secret. His loyalties are misplaced, but they are strong. When he rejoins us, he will be a valuable addition to the Kurzen's forces. Day 6. Early in the morning, Thorsen spoke at length with Sergeant Yawa. It's Yoa, right? I had to pretend I still slept and so was unable to move within earshot. I mean, to be fair, the pronunciation is always determined by the AI, so, who knows for sure. I'm going to go with Yawa. But I assume they spoke of Thorsen's earliest excursion. I watched him closely at lunch and noticed Yawa doing the same. Later, Doran summoned Thorsen. The 3 of them share a secret. Doran and Yawa must know that Thorsen is meeting with your agents. He is spying for the rebels. We must give Thorsen no more intelligence, and we must kill him. He is of no more use to our colonel. I will put an end to Thorsen, if given the opportunity, but if you receive this letter, then you will know I have not yet had the chance. In which case, I suggest Thorsen's next meeting with our agents is a fatal one. Hail Kurzen. M. Alright, now let's hand it in.
For you, for the Alliance.
Did you discover who knew Thorsen's secrets? Is there a traitor among us? Yes.
Thank you, adventurer. This note is the clue we need to root out the traitor. The note you gave me is signed with an M. I don't know what that could mean. But the note also says this person shared patrol routes with Thorsen last week. So whoever shared patrol with Thorsen last week must be the traitor. Go to Corporal Sethman. He handles the patrol schedules and can tell you who was with Thorsen.
Now, the thing is, I don't really know where this guy, Corporal Sethman, is, but I will do my best to find him. And also, Colonel Kurzen, dare I hope that Kurzen and his defenders are dead, DK? I have his head, so I better believe he's dead, or he has been reincarnated, or, reanimated, I guess is a better word.
I dared not believe the reports, but you bring us proof that Kurzen and his leaders are defeated. You have saved us. These jungles are filled with menaces of all types, but none had the cruel intellect of Kurzen. We may all breathe easier now that he is gone.
And we will receive a shrapnel blaster, something I have no use for, but probably a good amount of experience.
Light bless you.
Yeah, that's two separate instances of experience, but that's like 12. No, that's like 11k. Oh, here is this. Ah, Corporal Sefman, I need you.
Oh, yes, I can check that for you. Let's see. Last week it was Private Merle scheduled with Thorson. They had the same patrol times all of last week.
So is this where we have to now go confront Private Merle?
Did Lieutenant Doran want you to report back to him with that patrol information?
I think so, and I would like to get these Jungle Walker sandals, because these look pretty good. They give me 12 more armor. They will give me 8 stamina. They will give me the same amount of spirit. Sorry, intellect. No, 5 spirit and a little drop on the spirit part, but that is fine. This is great. This is a great upgrade.
See you around.
Do I just go back to him and do I like insta complete it, or?
It pains me to find out it was Merle who betrayed us. He has always been a brave soldier, and I had thought his heart was true, but it is a great relief to have found him out. With a spy like him among us, we would not last long against Colonel Kurzen.
I mean, to be fair, Colonel Kurzen is dead, so, you know, that problem has kind of been eradicated for you. I like his blade, by the way. Look at his blade. Like, this one looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Like, I would like to get that blade myself, but then again, I don't use blades. Next time I'm playing an MMO on this channel, by the way, I think I'm going to go for a warrior type, because I want to get some visual progression with, like, cool-looking weapons and stuff. I've been playing ranged a bit now, and it's very enjoyable, don't get me wrong. I don't regret my decision one bit, but I'm kind of looking forward to, you know, a more physical combat playstyle next time I play something, I think. Anyway, Jungle Walker sandals, we get them. So I was a bit sad that we didn't get a proper reward for the quest, or at least that's what I believed. But of course, there is now a follow-up quest, which is, you know, just a quick, hey, go talk back and forth to this guy, and now we get a very good reward. So I'm happy about that. Complete quest. Another 7k. That puts me up to almost 60k out of 85k, guys. We're getting pretty close to 40. But first, of course, actually, do I care about the Amethyst Band, the fire resistance? I mean, the thing is, it is probably pretty good because of the fire resistance, but I'm not playing as any mobs right now with fire damage, so I don't care about it specifically, and the other ones are just better overall. So I guess I will hold on to it, maybe, or I'll sell it. I guess I'll probably sell it. I do, of course, want to equip the Jungle Walker sandals. And can I see the look as well on my feet? Do I have proper sandals? Will I be able to see my actual feet? There we go. Like, how do these give less armor than these? I mean, I'm loving the fact that we're going to be walking through a jungle. You know, jungles are notorious where, you know, you're walking through them like through the tall grass and stuff, and there's going to be, you know, insects and like all kinds of bugs and potentially snakes and all kinds of creepy, crawly animals, you know, trying to get to your feet. And as opposed to getting some proper jungle boots, you know, as opposed to just, you know, protecting your feet from whatever dangers lurk in the crevices of the grass. No, instead we decide, hey, we get some sandals. See, all we have to do now is we gotta wear some white socks, and we're German. I can say that because I live close to the German border. I'm not actually German myself, but I live close to the German border, so I think I can get away with that. I hope. Oh, and also, I think on these boots, I should be able to apply the thick armor kit, right? Onto the Jungle Walker sandals for even more armor. Yeah, there we go. It has now been reinforced with 32 more armor. So it gives me like double the armor value now, which is really good. Like, this was a very big bump because the item itself gave me like a 12 bump or something. But then also the 32, I couldn't apply it to the previous boots. I can apply it to these boots. So overall, it's a very big jump. That's like 44 armor. I don't know how much 44 armor is going to do specifically, but, you know, it's a bigger number, and bigger number means better. And I like better. Also, when is the last time I got a new rune? it must have been ages ago, right? Like level 20 or something, probably. I think at some point we got Chaos Bolt, but we never used it. And we got Demonic Rays and Demonic Tactics, I think, from just Warlock questing. Then again, I am playing more classic WoW than Season of Discovery WoW. You know, I'm really just playing the classic content, and there's like bits and bobs of little bits of Season of Discovery just kind of mixed in there. But yeah, we haven't gotten the rune in ages. Also, it's quite funny to see that I'm still at this point using my Staff of Wistful, which is still the best staff I've gotten, which is a staff that we got as a reward for completing one of the quests in the Dead Mines, which we did around level like just before 25, I think. Like level weren't we like level 22, 23 or something? So that's like 17-ish levels ago or something, and it's still the best staff. I'm really happy about it on one hand, because that means that the quest I did there, like picked up the quest, has gotten me so much use. Like the quest reward itself has gotten me so much use, because up to this point I still would have had worse weapons because I still haven't gotten a better weapon. But also I would like to get a new weapon at some point soon, you know, just because I like to have a new cool looking weapon. And this one I've had for so long now.